This is a test of the Boundary Park alert system.
Hello,
Wagwan.
welcome to the Latics Football Phone with me, Matt Dean.
And me, Sexy Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Yo.
How's things?
Yeah, good. Good. All the better for winning last night.
Oh, absolutely buzzing about last night.
Number 25, you are on my mind.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what?
What?
Andy Halliwell, you need to phone in.
Yeah.
It was so funny yesterday. Andy and Dave were having a back and forth on the voice notes
Yes.
and our podcast group discussing Alex Reid. And it was funny. And I said, you two, that's enough. There's a time and a place for this. It's called Wednesday night, 8:30 on Lasting Football Forum. So Andy Halliwell, please give us a call.
Because you're wrong. So, yeah.
There's a very, very good debate to be had here.
Yeah.
Very good debate.
If he's got the bottle, he'll ring in.
I don't think he has.
No,
I don't think he's got the guts.
No.
I think he's down there in his Playboy mansion.
Get your butler to click the link.
Down in London, swanning around.
In your mansione. And, yeah.
Keith made a point about last night. Less than 500 fans, one red card, one player out for 2 months at least. Is that right?
He doesn't know because he's going for a scan. Unless you're a trained doctor and you did the scan today, Keith Malloy.
Dr. Malloy.
Dr. Malloy.
Alex Reid scored against a bunch of kids. Hallelujah.
Religious Keith.
It was a good finish, though.
Finish. You've got to score what's in front of you.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So yeah. Good evening, guys.
Good evening, guys. The Good Evening Guys mugs are available on our shop.
I thought we were going to clink. There we go. Yeah, but you can score against what's in front of you, and Alex Reid did that.
Yeah, good goal. Good goal from Charsley as well.
Confidence is key. 5 wins on the Billy Bounce. So, yeah.
According to Matty Halley, bar his goal, Reid was poor.
He still scored a goal. No, it's been poor of late. Hasn't scored, but everyone still loves him.
This was pretty much the same message as before, Keith. Less than 500 fans. Just tapping a bit on the... Reid did score 1 goal. What a joke. Hallelujah. There seems to be a lot of stuff going on about Reid in the chat.
Does Reid deserve a second chance? Yes or no?
All he is saying is give Reid a chance.
Give Reid a chance.
You know what? While there's no callers, and there is no callers lined up, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to play this.
Cuts number 9. Scores all the time. He is divine.
He's got number 9. Dave, do you fancy some GN9 merch?
Yes, please.
Go to the shop on our website, weareoldham.co.uk.
Cuts number 9. Scores all the time. He is divine.
He's got number 9. We've got t-shirts. We've got mugs. He's got number 9. Got number 9. God's number 9 didn't play last night, but Alex Reid did.
And scored.
And he's not played for a long time.
And scored.
But he scored a goal.
He did.
Yeah.
Someone call, for goodness sake.
We've got this. We've got an argument going on here. Yes.
Nope.
Nope.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm glad we could clear that up. Melanie's king.
Isn't he, Dave? He's shouting at me as well. Most certainly is, Kevin.
Any more questions for Dave? I'd pack the podcast in and become a boy band.
I'd pack the podcast in.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Right.
I think we're beyond boy band.
We'll get it right, Mickey's Melons. It's an award-winning podcast.
Yeah, and it's a man band.
We've got a special guest coming up at about 9:15 on 8:45 if you're American, from Solihull. It's Griff. If he clicks the link and reads my message on Twitter, but he's going to come and talk about Solihull. What are your predictions for Solihull? And don't just put it in the comments. Someone give us a ring because we need you to.
Bob's got his tickets for the Quizmas party.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
15th of December.
I've started writing the questions. So, yeah, there's going to be some real brain burners in there.
Brain burners.
Yeah.
It's Champions League tonight, isn't it?
It is.
Aston Villa v Bayern Munich.
Yeah. Oh, no, they're playing the Bayern Munich, aren't they?
Noddy holder there. Mellon has made his mind up. No point dwelling on it. Just get him gone.
It's only going to cause squad issues.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He seems to be smiling, doesn't he? The squad seems pretty
balanced.
Together.
Yeah.
Ibby, if you're out there, just let us know you're all right.
Yeah.
Because you're usually in the chat by now. So just send us a message. Send a flare up.
Yeah. Right. Should we bring in our first caller?
Tartan Latic.
Yes.
That was my poor attempt at a Scottish accent.
Hello.
All right,
Hi,
Graham.
guys. You all right?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Our Latics are just absolutely flying. We've won 4 on the bounce. We're not counting last night.
I'm depressed. I can't get to any games.
Well, have you been to any of the games in the last 4?
Not been to any games this year.
Right, stay away then.
I start on a job, so it's going to my training starting, so I've not had a chance to get about.
Listen, don't take this personally, but anybody who's not been to the games that we've been winning should stay away because you're into superstitions and that.
Big time. Yeah. So do you have any football superstitions, Graham?
Yeah. Don't watch the games if we're winning.
That'll do.
That's fine.
Don't watch the game.
No, I mean, see if I can watch on the tele, or I can look at results right and we're winning, and see if I haven't watched like maybe the last 5. I won't watch it until. Do you know what I mean?
Whoa.
Yeah.
We used to sit at the stadium with my friends. One would face one way, and one would face towards the pitch.
Right.
Oh, just need to just quickly got an apology.
That's all right.
Sorry, is it? That's all right, Andrew.
So, what do you think of did you watch the game on Saturday against Ebbsfleet? What did you think of it?
I didn't see it, but I saw the result. It was really good. The result. The last one I saw when it was one job jumped about 9 feet in the air.
Oh, against Yeovil. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a very laboured game against Ebbsfleet. Didn't you, Matt? I thought we huffed and puffed a few times. I thought the final ball was what we were lacking, weren't we?
For a team that had so much of the ball and was in such control of the game, we struggled to make clear-cut chances, and that was a little bit disappointing. But you have to remember, Ebbsfleet were there to park the bus and just put men behind the ball. They got a penalty. That was the only way they were going to score. And it's
bottom
just
of the table.
Yeah, bottom of the table. They've conceded a lot, but we scored 2. We won the game. Honestly, I'm really not bothered. As long as we keep winning, I just don't care. Like Solihull on Saturday, it's going to be a tough game. We've never, we've always found it hard against them since we've been down here. So 5 on the bounce would be unreal. It'd be really, really good.
Oh, we need to do it at home because again, the home form. We've got a good win against Forest Green. We've got a good win against Yeovil. We started turning them draws into wins. It'd be nice if we just like a nice 2-3-0, wouldn't it, against Solihull?
I would take 1-0.
Yeah,
I'd take any win. I would take any win, but it'd just be nice just to put a team away before 70 minutes.
No, 1-0 every game the rest of the season. 1-0 every game. Take it.
Yeah, I'd take it. Yeah. What do you think about? Do you think Alex Reid should go on loan up to Dumbarton?
Dumbarton sitting bottom of the table with 6 draws and 2 losses.
Could do with a striker then.
We got a striker called Michael Roof, right? We got a striker called Michael Roof who puts the ball away, right? But he pulled his hamstring in the second game.
Oh, well, you need another one then. Because
we have no service. We have no money because our supporters trust our chairman at Dumbarton. He only puts in season ticket money. He doesn't actually plough any of his own money in. He owns our club, but he's after the land, we think.
Ah,
Oh God!
So
Well, I hope,
we make 130,000 season ticket cost for the fans. He just puts that in, so it just goes round. So if we can't afford a player, we won't buy them.
yeah.
Well, again, we've been through the turmoil, haven't we, of dodgy chairmen wanting their own agendas. So we
He's
do what
not. He's not dodgy, if you get what I mean. I mean, I know he's after the land, but he makes sure we're debt free. He doesn't actually give us any debt. He just every time we admire a debt, he just clears it, but he doesn't put any money in per se.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
too busy going to Man United, his season ticket at Man United, basically.
sounds like more. He was like that. wasn't he?
More, yeah.
more
Always
Menzigan.
appearing on
I mean, I wouldn't
TV.
have
Yeah.
minded. We sent Kurt Willoughby up to like Air United last year. I mean, we could have done him at Dumbarton.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's scored 2 in 5 for Chester. He's gone back to Chester, hasn't he? Chester.
But
So
we're playing well. I mean, Fondub. I mean, people say at the beginning of the season he was past it. I mean, Fondub. Look at him. He's proven everybody wrong this year.
friend of the show, Mike Fondop. I've never said he's passed it.
No,
I
just
will.
that
I
lad.
will call out what's
Halliwell.
called the lad from the PTB, Adam. Is it Adam?
Yeah.
He said that Fondop were past it about 3 seasons ago, and he's been our best striker. So
And
Did you not make a
Halliwell.
bet last year?
Halliwell said as well, didn't he?
Halliwell, who's not got the
Yeah.
not got the
And I
strong
did make a
support
bet
of-
against that lad, didn't I? Saying that Fondop would score more goals than Joe Nuttall as well, didn't I? And he did pay the lad, did he? On the phone, and he put.
Oh
he
yeah,
did a charitable.
yeah. He did, yeah.
That was
But
nice.
I think Fondop will score more than Norwood. But we had an interesting conversation in the group chat saying if it was the playoff final, 92nd minute, you're 1-1 against say Altrincham or Rochdale, and you've got a 1-on-1 with the keeper. Who would you have in that 1-on-1? Would you have Fondop or would you have Norwood?
Norwood.
Every day of the week and twice on
No,
Sunday.
I'm going to
People
disagree.
say, "Ooh,
I'll tell you why
really?"
I'm going to disagree.
Go on then.
Because I would have Fondub for one reason. Because he's a bit more powerful, so if the defender catches him, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think it's a very hypothetical situation, but I would have Norwood every day, twice on
I
Sunday.
feel more confident
It's
with
like
Norwood
this.
than a 1-on-1.
It's like the saying in the World Cup final: Would you rather be the goalkeeper that saved the winning penalty, or would you rather be the striker that scored the winning penalty?
Keeper that served it.
You see?
What about you?
I don't
Not
care
bothered.
how we do it this year. I just want us to go to Wembley for anything. Did we go to Wembley with this cup from last night? No. Yeah.
No, it's where's the final? At the home ground of the. Yeah, it's the home.
the finals in the Tesco car park.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we haven't won anything for ages. I'm not against it. There's a lot of fans who are.
Is it a
but
Challenge
again,
Cup?
it's the National League Cup. I think it's just.
So what kind of cup is it then?
It's the National League.
It's not as good as this.
The
It's
National
not
League.
No,
as good
but
as
what
the
I mean
you
is,
guys mug.
We have a cup up in Scotland where Rangers, Celtic, Aberdeen, Kilmarnock, Hibs not put the B teams into it, and then we get Irish
Yeah.
teams and Welsh teams in it, and it's called the Challenge Cup, but it's only for lower leagues. But lately they've been sneaking in their under-21 teams.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, really,
Yeah,
mate.
it's
a bit
following
like
that. It's following that kind of principle of getting the B teams to play against pro teams.
Is it £1
and-
million if you win it?
Yeah, but I mean, £1 million.
bad.
The million for the Premier League. I mean, they have £1 million in their underpants.
Yeah, it's
don't they?
not going about the Premier League.
I know, but it's peanuts, isn't
Boring.
it? Peanuts.
So what is it?
So-
One B team in every league group stage,
Yeah,
basically.
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like-
that's what we kind of do.
Yeah, rubbish anyway.
How do you think we'll get on against Solihull?
Well,
Great.
me and my mate who usually come down to watch Oldham, he's a Falkirk fan, and a guy called Mark Beck used to play for Solihull that was from Falkirk,
Right,
and he's on good form now, but he's in loan to Gateshead, thankfully.
right, okay. So what
But
score do you
he's,
think? What score do you think it'll be
I'm gonna go 2-1.
to Oldham? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm only
Obviously.
asking.
Obviously.
I'm only asking.
Well, it's
Right,
not gonna
should
be
we-
a defeat.
No, it's not going to be a defeat. We can't possibly lose to Solihull. We're gonna have to bring a Solihull perspective in on this now.
No, that's
so,
cool. I only came on because you didn't have any viewers, and you always like to keep it
No,
going
I said,
until
how
you
many
get them.
viewers? We've got viewers. Thank you. Sorry.
No, I
but
mean,
but we
no,
don't-
you're
I know,
very-
I'm only joking.
You're very good. You're very good, Graham.
You're a good lad.
We appreciate that, mate. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, hopefully we win.
Yeah, we will. Fine on
will.
the bounce, mate.
Be fine.
Absolutely no problem.
Ooh.
Nice one. Thanks for
Right.
getting in touch, pal.
Cheers, mate.
No worries.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, at least Graham had some balls and rang in.
Not like Halliwell.
Or O'Brien, or Matthew, or Michael Bucock, or Alcazar, or Robert Isaacs, or Elliot. You can all comment, but you don't bloody phone in Phil Higgins,
Yeah,
Graham Gallagher. That was Graham Gallagher, wasn't it? I think.
yeah.
Keith Malloy, Mickey's Melons, Jeff Elliott. Come on, ring in.
Ring in.
Luke,
The-
Mark Alberston.
I know it's the link's in the chat. I'll just put it in there
Have you just
again.
put it in?
No, I've done it. I've
Oh,
just put it
done
in
it.
there again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Let's bring in 14th place in the league, Griff of Solihull Moors.
How you
Alright,
doing,
Griff.
gents? You okay?
Yeah, good, mate. Thanks for joining us.
No, anytime. Can you hear me okay? Unfortunately, I've had to pop the pub for a couple of pints. So.
Unfortunately.
it's a shame.
So tell us about your podcast, mate, and where we can find it, first and foremost.
Yeah, so it's the podcast is called Moors to the Point. Very cheap pun on the Moors name. It was kind of born out of a bit of boredom whilst I had to spend a bit of time in hospital this year. So it's not as a professional setup as you boys. It's very basic, but we're getting there. And it's on Podbeam at the minute, so I'm just setting it up on Spotify and the other channels. But as I say, compared to you boys, it's very, very basic.
Listen, mate,
and,
we're like Premier League. We're like when football clubs nationally, but we're like Premier League set up, aren't we? In every
Absolutely.
single way when it comes to the podcast.
We're the Oldham's equivalent of Vic and Bob.
Oh, with far higher production values, absolutely. But you know, all this has been masking over the fact that we've been an absolutely shocking football team for a number of years.
33.
30 odd, and we've really bottomed out, and now we're here in the National League. What's your perspective on Oldham this season from a Solihull perspective?
I think you'll be up and challenging, to be honest, boys. I think going forward, you look good with the likes of Norwood, etc. There. I know he gets a bit of stick. I've had a look on your forum and stuff like that. But last year, Jack Stevens managed to grab us a point up there, and I thought you had some League Two players, but they just hadn't kind of adapted to the non-league way of playing football, unfortunately, which I think a lot of players do get found out. They come down from the league football and think it's going to be a piece of piss, to be honest. Excuse me, French, but I think I think you got a decent manager up there. I'm not so sure what you guys think of him, but he's got proven experience at that level. So I think there's going to be kind of you, Forest Green. I still fancy Southend to do something, to be honest.
Yeah.
Barnet have brought in 18, 19 players and spent a load of money.
Yeah.
But for me, I think Forest Green are the ones to look out for.
They played really well in the second half against us. We beat them. We were the better team in the first half. In the second half, they were really good. We defended really well, but they looked like a really good side. Moved the ball around. Should have scored a few goals. Really missed a couple of sitters, but they look like they're going to be strong. That whole one automatic thing is just an absolute killer, isn't it?
Rubbish. Yeah. Well, obviously we lost last year in the playoff final, and we did a couple of years before against Grimsby. And if the season had finished, then we would have been promoted. So I absolutely hate it, and there's not much difference between League Two and the National League as far as I'm concerned. And you look at the players that go up. We lost a couple of good players, Joe Sabara and Callum Maycott this year, and they haven't started every week, but I think Callum scored a couple last week against MK Dons, and they seem to have found the feet there too. It's not a massive difference, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be 3 up and 3 down.
Just looking at your form this season, you travel quite well, don't you? Because 3 out of your 4 wins have been on the road. You've won at Rochdale, won at Yeovil, and Halifax.
Yeah,
and that was with 10 men. So, and you've only won one at home against Maidenhead. So do you seem to why is it? Do you think you travel better? Is it less pressure, or is it a different system you play, or anything like that? What do you think it is?
It's a real good question. We have this habit of being, and even under Neil Hardy from a couple of years ago, we seem to be a better side away. The pressure thing, I don't kind of understand, because when you get crowds of 1,700, there's not that much pressure. I don't know if it's because you can probably hear every comment, and trust me, you can down Damson Park. If you're the gaffer, you can hear every comment from behind the stand. I just can't put my finger on it. We seem a bit ponderous at home. I think at home you should always kind of just have a real. The emphasis should be on you boys to go and win the game. And don't get me wrong, and this is no excuse. We've had some injuries up front. We've had James Gailey, Jack Stevens, who's just come back, Tavon Campbell, who's just come back. So to be fair to Wingy, he's only had one option up front, which limits the way you can play. And unfortunately, with the size of our squad, we rely a lot of kids on the bench from the academy. And again, as I'm sure you boys have seen, 18, 19-year-olds, you have to be somewhat special to be able to play in that league. Because it's, again, for want of a better phrase, it's full of big, hairy-arsed old ex-professionals that like booting you a beg.
Yeah.
And bringing 18, 19, and we've got some great kids, but it's not the answer if you want to go up. They'll keep you in the division, but you need experience at this level. Which you look at Bromley going up last season, the likes of Michael Cheek, etc. Just proven goal scorers, and I think that's what we're missing it a little bit. But as I say, Jack Stevens was back last week. Tav Campbell came off the bench and got 20 minutes. So hopefully we'll have a bit more of an option going up front this week against you guys.
And Andy Wing, who you've got, he's come from Banbury United, bit of an unknown manager coach. He's got a 47% win record out of probably 96 games. It's a good record, isn't it, for somebody? Don't get me wrong, Banbury United. They're in the is it the
Conference
South?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what?
Maybe Conference North, actually. Sorry to interrupt.
What did he change for you in terms of when he came in? Because apologies, I don't know who your manager was before him. Was it Ardley? Was it or?
It was Neil Ardley. Yeah.
So what did Andy Wing bring to the table when he came in? What did he make big changes, or was it injection of pace? Was it younger players, or did he keep the same sort of footprint that Neil had set out?
Yeah, I think it was. I like Neil Ardley. Always got a Neil Ardley, and he gave us a great day out at Wembley in the playoff final. But for me, and I think the rest of the fans, he had one style of play, and that was it. So that was very possession based, playing out from the back. And it was kind of Neil's way of playing. Whereas Andy came in, and I think if you look at last season, we went on 14-game unbeaten run. We then took some absolute hammerings, 6-1 away at Altrincham, I think 4-0 away at Southend. And what Wingy did is he adapted. So we went from a back 4 to a back 4. Some of the signings that him and Stephen Ward, the director of football, came in, gave us extra options. So we brought in Tyree Shade on loan. Can't think where he came from. We got Tavon Campbell on loan from Rochdale. So I think there's a couple of mixture things. I think it was his the way he adapted and was happy to change the way he played his football. Plus with a good injection of decent players. And to be fair, I think his signings have been proven to be really good. We brought in Alex Whitmore from AFC Fylde, who I think will be injured against July, but good centre half. And as I say, Tyrese Campbell gave us a good option out wide, and Tav Campbell just gave us a bit of pace up front and a bit of strength, a proper old-fashioned centre forward, should I say. But
do you think you can kick on the? Do you think you can kick on this season, Griff? Do you think you've got it in you to move up the table? Like, considering you did so well last year.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a kind of playoff hangover. I think again, all the teams in our division is going to get injuries. I think if we can get our first 11 out, I think we'll soon go up the table. And I think the teams we played and lost to are all kind of top 5, top 6 at the moment. We haven't. And this is no disrespect to the other teams in the division. We haven't had a royal run of teams that we would expect to beat.
Yeah.
Although Braintree and Wales are at home, I suppose you could say. But yeah, I think we've certainly got the ability. We've certainly got the players, but the squad's that thin. I think if we get 1 or 2 out, we're going to, mid-table, I think is there at the minute. But, I think if you look at Southend last season, went on, 12 games unbeaten and just went from 18th to almost making the playoffs. So, and what was won in October, boys? Football.
Exactly, it's too early, isn't it? But let's see if you can. It'd be good to get your opinion on this. We've got Dave and Andy, who does the regular podcast with us on a Monday morning. I've been having an argument about Alex Reid. Alex Reid was on loan at Solihull, wasn't he? He's not been able to. He scored a few goals for you as well. He's not been able to make the side since Christmas for one reason or another. What we've actually been in situations where we've been low on strikers and he's still not made the squad.
It's just the manager. The manager don't
there's
get on
definitely
board.
something there. But you're arguing
He's
that he should be get back. He should be got. You know, what do you make of him as a National League striker?
I will always have a special spot for Rooney because he scored a few goals in our Great Escape season that kept us up under Mark Yates. When he came back on loan to us, he just didn't look the same player. He didn't look interested, to be honest. And I think someone came up with a great phrase that he's a non-league player with a Premier League agent. You know, he kind of keeps getting all these moves, and at the minute, he's not a National League striker for me at the moment, unfortunately. But I'll always have that soft spot for him. He just didn't seem interested when he came back to our place, and I'm not sure why. Because
He scored 7 in 12, didn't he? He scored 7 in 12 games for you, and that's why we signed him when he was on loan, I think. Something like that.
Did he? You see that?
Yeah.
I'd have to check the stats. But yeah, that does surprise me. So he's got the knack of scoring goals, but he just doesn't seem interested sometimes. And us Brummies, we like players that will run around like headless chickens all day and, you know, proper put the graft in. We don't really appreciate the flair players, if you want a better term.
I think that's the thing at this level, though, isn't it? I mean, you know, the further down you go, you realise that players have ability, but then they don't deliver it week in, week out, do they? And you know, like you said about your first 11, and then you see some of the results that come in, you know, random results like Dagenham 7-1 against Gateshead and things like that.
Yeah.
Teams can turn it on, and they've got, you know, you're not playing at National League level if you've not got ability. However, it's the consistency that's the issue.
Yeah, as you guys have found, it's a real tough division to get out of. It's horrible, especially with the one-up. The playoffs are just a complete lottery. You look at who did Wrexham? You know, Notts County did Wrexham. It's really hard and it's soul destroying sometimes. But
well, it's like Grimsby against you, weren't it? You know, that was horrendous as well. Do you know what I mean? It's just
the thing is, though, like Grimsby just got they bounced straight back up, didn't they? They dropped and then they went back again. It's like you said, though, Griff. It's that when you keep trying and you keep trying. And you think, and we haven't been there yet. You know, we've not. I mean, we're going into this our third season now in this division, and we're all hoping it's going to be our last. But it could be. We could have another 3. We could have God only knows. Yeah, we don't know how long you're going to be in here for, because unless you win the league, which is a really, really hard thing to do, you are then just, it's one of the rest, and it's such a and it's going to be so demoralizing. I think because of where it is. I think because you're in the bottom league, and you know we're not going to go any further. But it's like it's the first step on there. If we can't do this one, the rest of them are unattainable, and so it's just going to be a massive kick in the bollocks if we get into the playoffs and don't make it. Then we're just going to have to then go again in it. And so you've been through it twice in recent times. It's hard.
It's heartbreaking that, you know, I've been to Wembley twice in the space of 2 weeks and we've got done twice. But I think for us, we're in a slightly different position because this is the highest level we've ever played at. You know, trust me, gents, when you go to, and again, no disrespect to these teams, but the likes of Workington and Hyde on a Tuesday night in December when it's snowing and you've got a 5-hour journey back and you've got done 4-0, it is been soul destroying. Whereas, you know, you guys have, I know you've had some lows the last 30-odd years, you're saying, but you know, you guys have probably been there at Wembley when, you know, I've always got a soft spot for Oldham going back to the Aces under that Joe Royal team of, you know, Roger Palmer, Andy Wickery and stuff like that. In fact, I've just finished a book that came out.
This is how it feels.
That's it. This is how it feels. You know, great book. It took me back to being kind of 10.
Yeah. Well, we were everyone's second favourite team for a while because of the way we played and the romance of it all. You know, like the underdogs doing what we were doing, and like you said, I mean, we've been so blessed to have watched Oldham in the league at Old Trafford and Anfield and things like that. You know, just looking at it now, it just seems like impossible that it could have ever happened, but it did. And that's the thing. I mean, we've been saying this a lot since we've been down here. We're at our lowest ebb, and then teams like Solihull are, you know, when you're kicking around in the playoffs and you're playing some of the best football you've ever played, and you're on a high and we're on a low, and that's what you're up against, isn't it? I'm sure you've seen it with all the teams that have come down over the years who think that they're, you know, Billy Big Bollocks in this league, but they soon get put in the place, don't they?
Oh, well, you know, I think earlier someone mentioned Wrexham, 14 seasons at this level. You know, you boys will be a lot grayer if you spend 14 seasons at this. I
know, level. Yeah.
Whereas,
Are you going to the game on Saturday, mate?
I will be, yes. So this will be my first away game of the season. You know, I won't go into detail. I've had a few health issues this year, but yeah, I'm coming out of retirement for it, and hopefully I'm going to try and do a live podcast whilst I'm there. So, yeah.
I hope it's a really miserable one for you, mate.
Thanks for that.
No disrespect. You know, I mean, just purely on a football, I hope you have a lovely day out and all that.
Yeah,
but you know, we need to give someone a good hiding at some point. And you know, the next game is always the one that I'd like it to be, and that's Solihull. But I think it'll probably be pretty tight again. Well, I think it will. Most of our games have been pretty tight score wise.
We don't seem, we don't concede a lot of goals at home, but you seem to concede. Barring one game, you've conceded in every game, haven't you? And if you lose, you can see quite a few, like York 3-0. You know, you've got just have a look at it now.
4.
Yeah, South. Yeah, so you conceded 8 goals in your last 3 games. So it's you know, you sort of showed it up against Dagenham and Redbridge away. So you know.
We are hard to beat, though. We are hard to score against, but we've not been putting all the chances away. So it could be tight, or look, you never know, do you? Like we said before, you just don't know at this level, do you? What's going to happen?
And to be fair, we got out of jail last year against you with the last minute, and Jack Stevens scored an overhead kick last minute, and I think you boys were probably exactly what you said. You never took your chances last season.
No, we're a different animal this season, Griff. We've signed made some vast improvements to our squad. I mean, we were poor last season, and the season before that we were dreadful. So we're looking like a decent enough side now at for this level. So yeah, I mean we were
don't build it up too
no,
much.
but we were poor. We've been poor. Like we really have, like, you know, and coming to Oldham, there's just not been the fear factor at all that you might expect. But hopefully that's going to.
It should be with the big crowds, etc.
Yeah. But no, it's not been like that at all.
Can I ask you boys a question about the owner?
Yeah.
So is it Frank? I don't know his second name.
It's Frank Rothwell, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll serve you.
I watched some of the. What's the Dorking thing? Bunch of amateurs that I don't know if you follow. And he comes across really well. What's the feeling at the club now he's taken over? Because it looks like it's really positive, and he looks like a bang-on fella.
Well, with Frank, he came in, but his daughter Sue and his son Luke also run the operation of the club, along with Darren Royal and Jimmy Schofield. It's just a family-run club. It's a community club. It's just nice to have a bit. It's been quite stormy, quite turbulent with the previous ownership. It just seems to have settled. They're doing the right things. They're making incremental improvements week by week. You know, Frank will be Frank. You know, he just rows the Atlantic. You know, that's just amazing.
I saw that.
But we've got some really good people, and they're bringing in good people as well in terms of the infrastructure. They're engaging with the fan base. They're really conscious of what the fans feel, and they're growing a community, aren't they? And Matt's part of the trust as well. So
yeah, well, there was a director. I'm not anymore, but they're putting in proper plans in place for the future. With the owners we had previously, basically were football agents who, I don't know, they were from Morocco, so maybe they got a bit too stoned or something. Decided that they could
allegedly
they could run a football club off selling on third division French footballers to the Premier League. That was their plan, and that failed miserably. And after that, they had absolutely no idea what they were doing.
Yeah.
You know, there was nothing done in terms of infrastructure or anything like that. So the club is in much better hands now with people who are actually making plans about how this football club might be sustainable and might actually grow. Oh, we dropped off.
Oh. Sorry, boys, you broke up there. Hello.
We're back. Sorry about that. We had a bit of a Wi-Fi issue there.
Our fault. That was that was us. That was
he's got his pan. Class.
Nice.
But the good people,
good people, and they're from Oldham, and their business is here, and their lives are here, and they can't run off when things get bad. It's they're here and they're involved and they're making plans, and there's a lot of good feeling. I don't know if you saw in the news the other day that Mike Fondop's dad came over from Cameroon, and it was a nice story because he'd never seen his son play football before professionally, and he came over for the Yeovil game and Mikey scored the winner. And then he was here for the Forest Green game the following Tuesday, and Mikey scored the winner again. And he was really, really well looked after. And it was just kind of, there was just a lot of, it was just nice, wasn't it? It was just really wholesome and really nice. And that wasn't there before, and now it is. And
the feel good factor, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just a feel good factor.
And now we're actually we won the last 4 games. We've lost 1 this season so far. We're actually looking like we might start. You have to remember, in my whole life, we are it just, apart from when we were good for that 10 minutes, we're shit. And it's being an older fan has been hard, really hard for a long time now. And so hopefully, I think Frank and the owners and the club are now starting to reflect that real genuine optimism that we've got, and they're actually obviously a big part of it as well. So things are changing at this club, and hopefully we won't be too long in the National League. But there's absolutely no giving. It's Mickey Mellon's been there and done it. That you asked us before about, you mentioned before about the manager. So we've just got to put faith in him that he knows what he's doing, and all the signs are this season that he's made. He's really improved his team on last season. So I think we're all pretty optimistic now. Thank God.
So, if you're in the fans bar when you come up, mate, just nip in, and I'll be in there before the game. So more than happy to get you a pint for coming on the show, mate.
Yeah.
No, I'll definitely pop in. I don't know what the plan is. I think the coach leaves Solihull about 10:30, so we'll probably be there about 12:30, 1ish, I'd imagine. So, what is it? A couple of hours up to you guys. Oh. No, you've gone again, sorry.
Oh, we're back. Hello, sorry about that.
Yeah, they were having a nightmare here.
Yeah,
go on, mate. What? Yeah, so you'll be up on Saturday.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely drop you a line. We'll have a couple of beers. So, what's your predictions for the game?
I don't do them anymore. I don't do them. I don't.
I actually got one right last week. I got what that we beat Forest Green 1-0, which is unusual. But I'm going to go for. I think it's going to be fairly comfortable, but not excessive. I'm going to go for 2-0 to Latics.
Yeah, fine.
I think you'll struggle. I think we'll do the business. What do you reckon?
I think Irish is going to be scoring goals, and if you guys have said you're good at the back, I'll go 1-1.
That's been a very common result for us this season, to be honest with you. So it's not a bad prediction.
Yeah,
it's not a bad prediction.
I'll take the splinters in my arse and I'll go 1-1 and sit on the fence and not upset anyone. I have to be careful. Wingy's a good pal of mine, so I don't want to upset him. He's a lot bigger than me, so he'll give me a clump if I back us to lose. But no, I think Well, yeah, we've got to put a performance in somewhere, and hopefully it'll start on Saturday against you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll wait and see.
Well,
I'm not overly confident.
Well, we'll try and catch you with for a beer. And
Thanks, Griff.
thanks for joining us, mate.
No, thanks for having us on, gents, and you take care, and I'll drop you a line Saturday, and we'll hopefully have a beer together.
Good man.
Good luck, mate, with your podcast as well. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I appreciate that. All right, then, boys.
Nice to
take
talk
care.
to you, mate. All the best.
Take
pal.
care. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra. Right, we do have.
You cut him off.
I know. Sorry.
See ya.
We do have a few people in waiting. What direction should we crack on, or should we call it a day with the internet?
Let's just bring in the main man.
What? Should we try?
Yeah, try it. Yeah, do it.
Hello, Reese.
Reese.
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah, the camera's not working. Don't know why.
Don't worry.
It's all right.
Alright.
Thanks for waiting.
Alright.
What do you want to say?
Recently I've been happy because we've been winning a lot, and yeah, been picking up some good results.
It's nice to be happy as a Latics fan for a change, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely not Latics that we know.
Do you think that there's a real chance of Latics getting promoted this season, or what?
Don't want to jinx it.
You know what, Dave?
Yeah.
Dave doesn't like to jinx things either.
No, I won't predict anything. So what do
Nah.
you? So do you think Alex Reid deserves another chance in the squad?
Well, depends. Like, I wouldn't mind him coming back in. But like I said, we just got Joe Garner back off injury, and like there's good. Then now there's 3 strikers back in the squad, so I don't know if we really need 4.
Yeah, and Jack Stretton's signed
Yeah,
as well.
Stratton.
on loan,
Did you
didn't
go last night, Reese?
No, because I had football training.
Right, good stuff.
Who'd you play for?
Hayside.
Oh.
Well, is it Reese? Reese, Zoe, Danny's Reese.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Oh, how you doing, mate? You're right. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm just trying to think now. We've got a few tough games coming up. We've got Solihull, and then I think is it Barnet after that? Isn't it? I think. Is it? Sutton. Not Will Sutton, but
Yeah.
so. How many points in the next 3 games? And considering we've got Sutton, Solihull, and Barnet, what would you think is an acceptable amount of points out of them?
Right. So I'm positive for Solihull.
Yeah.
I would take a draw from Barnet.
Oh no, sorry. The next games are Solihull, Sutton, Maidenhead, and Dagenham.
Right. We should be getting 3 points off Solihull.
Yeah.
So that's 3.
Agreed.
Sutton, they've just got relegated from League 2, and we're away. I would take a draw.
Mm-hmm. You take a draw.
Maidenhead, we should be winning that.
Agreed.
7 points.
Dagenham, is it away
At
or
home.
home?
At home.
Yeah, should be winning them as well.
Yeah.
10 points.
10 points out of the next 12. I agree. That
Like,
is totally.
it's a bit to ask for, but I think we could do it.
Yeah, definitely. If we're gonna-
And in between the Sutton and Solihull Moors game, we've got the FA Cup qualification against
Halifax.
the scumbags.
which will
Yeah.
win, won't we?
Halifax.
Which will win again, won't we, Reese, I reckon?
Never know. But
We haven't beaten them in the league, have we? So I reckon
No.
because we haven't beaten them in 5 attempts in the league, we'll beat them in the cup.
every time we
That's
play
my
them,
logic.
it's always 2-1.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
If I'd play a second string in the FA Cup and just get out of it, just get out of it.
Oh, I know. Totally.
It's romantic.
No,
it's the
no,
FA
no.
Cup. Oh,
You want a good
would
you want a good FA Cup run.
No, I want to go up. I don't care. I don't care about the National League Cup. I don't care about the FA Cup. I don't care about the auto windscreens, autoglass cup.
Yeah, but we're not in that.
I know, but I don't care about it.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
but-
I
You'll
don't
say
care,
this,
Len.
they'll play big
Reese has got
clubs.
something to say. Go on, Reese. What?
Yeah, but Dave, you'll say this, and then we could possibly play like big clubs. You're like, oh, no, actually, I wish we stayed in. No. And then you'll start saying all that, but then generally,
Do you know what?
What
If
are you
it's a choice between a good cup run or going up, I'd go up.
The thing is,
That's
is-
what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
yeah, but the thing is, it's not a choice. You just have to play every game and try and win them. And if you-
Matt, life is a choice.
and from the financial, no, it's
Sorry.
not.
Choose life.
if
Choose football.
look, you go out, you play your next game. I mean, you can play a second string if you want, but I don't think they will because winning games it's a habit, and so to beat Halifax is important. Get to the next round. If you can get to the third round and they get a big draw, big money. The club needs money. Like there's no money coming in from like the AFL and all that kind of stuff. So getting into the third round is important financially for the club as well. So it's not about making a choice. You're not going to get past the third or fourth round at best anyway. So I'd rather put the effort into that and not be in this bloody National League Cup. To be honest with you, but
Get over the National League Cup, Lynn.
come over it, Dave.
Yeah, I just think I just prefer to go up than.
Yeah, but you don't have a choice. The choice isn't there. By doing well in the cup doesn't mean you're not going to get promoted.
I didn't say it.
I know. So
I'm just saying my preference is to go up rather than have a good cup.
That's everyone's preference.
Well, it might not be.
But it's not a choice either. It's not. We don't have any control over it, do we?
No, because life's uncontrollable.
Life's uncontrollable. So I say we go.
An enigma, Matt.
I say we go for it. We go for aim for the third round of the cup.
No, I don't know. I'm not arsed either way.
Someone here says, "Sexy Dave makes complete sense." Thank God there's two of us. Forget the cups. There's only two of you that's making no sense.
No, it's just your opinion. It's just your opinion. That's all.
Which is
that we get to the third round of the FA Cup, and I'm like, well, I'm not really bothered. It's all I'm saying.
I love the FA Cup. I think it's absolutely right. Being in the third round draw of the FA Cup is mint. Waiting for your team to come out, and then so that you realise you get Oxford United away. You're like, oh, it's not great, but you know.
Yeah, I just think it'd be lovely to get. Chelsea away.
Yeah.
In the third round, but I think we've got more. I'd want to get out of this league, and I'm just saying that I think the rhetoric should be getting out of this league.
What do you, Reece? Do you think that when we get to the Halifax game, and then if we beat them, and do you think that Mickey Mellon's going to be thinking, right, I'm going to rest all my regular players and give other players a chance, or is he just going to go out to win the game?
Well, right after that, we've got Sutton, so we need to be playing big players there. But like after that, we will need to rest some players.
Do we? I mean, the season is only a month and a bit old. It's like coming up to 2 months old. Do we really need to be resting players now? They should just be getting into the swing of it.
You've got Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday.
Right.
And then we've got the League Cup on the 6th against Wolves under 21s.
Oh, well, they only get a rest there, don't they?
Yeah.
So I think that Latics should be aiming to win the FA Cup this year. That's my take on it. What do you think, Reece? Should we, if we're in it, we should be aiming to win it, shouldn't we?
Absolutely no chance against every club in England.
And that's Matt Dean talking sense, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not saying that we will win it. The aim is to win it.
Just fuck off.
I think Latics should be aiming to win the National League FA Cup double this season for sure.
The treble, we could get the treble with the National League Cup.
Our National FA Trophy.
Yeah, treble winners 2024.
We can get the quadruple. We can get the quad actually.
We're in for a quadruple, aren't we, Reece? We're still in it.
Yeah, the quad.
We're still in it. Look, that's kind of called me.
Old Latics versus Manchester City final.
Ambition.
Ambition / delusion.
It's ambition.
Yeah.
Look, Mickey Mellon will be playing this to lads in the change room on Saturday before. This is the attitude that we need. This is the spirit. We're going for the quadruple.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's reality. What do you think the score's going to be on Saturday, Reece?
Saturday. I'm positive. I'm gonna go for 2-1. I think we'll score in the last minute.
Oof.
Well, I hope not. Well, I
No,
hope
don't do that, Ray. It'd be nice.
Yeah, but you won't mind it, would you?
No.
I'd take it if it were 1-1 in the 90th minute, but I'd rather it were 2-3-0 in the 90th minute.
Yeah. Just the 3-0, 60 after 60 minutes, 3-0. Rest a load of players, sub 5, and sort it out. Matt, what have you been drinking?
Look, it's not a choice, though, is it? It's not a rather. I mean, I would take Latics winning the FA Cup this year and not getting promoted. Because, imagine Latics won the FA Cup.
Oh, get in there.
Imagine that.
I've had a day off.
You are the biggest yapper I've ever heard. You're such a yapper.
Who?
Matt, he's not. We're not going to win. We're not going to win the FA Cup, are we?
Yeah, of course we are. And then we'll get into Europe.
Just keep
If you win
dreaming.
the FA Cup and get into Europe.
Reese.
In fact, what I think we should do, Reese, I think we should stop concentrating on the league and put all our energies into the FA Cup this season.
Oh my god!
And get played in Europe, and then imagine how much money we'll make. Then next season, we can do well in Europe, maybe get into the playoffs in the National League, but win the Europa League.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Dean has had a breakdown live on air, like Wogan on Radio 1 about 50 years ago. So Matt Dean will be dealt with accordingly by the mental health team here at the Latics Football Forum. But Reese, thank you for your call. It's great to have you on, and hope you're well.
Thanks for the inspiration, Reese. I now genuinely believe that they're in it for the quadruple.
You're not going to win the right. Just keep dreaming, yeah.
Keep the dream alive, Reese.
See what I have to put up with.
Yep.
See you later, pal.
See you in a bit.
Right.
See you in a bit. It's like bad dick.
Yeah, right.
He sounded very exasperated, did he?
Am I sniffing glue?
Yes. And lots of it.
Oh, no.
Listen, glue.
Let's see what Ibby thinks. Ibby!
FA Cup winners, yes or no?
Good evening.
Good evening, Sexy Dave and Matt.
Good evening, mate.
Ibby, one question. Can Latics win the FA Cup this season?
I'm not bothered about the FA Cup. Sorry, Matt. I'm very interested about getting out of this league, honestly. We need to get out of this league. And what a good win we had last week. And things are looking up. And difficult game on the weekend. And we should hopefully beat them 3-1.
Yeah, I was just speaking to that Griffin saying that they travel really well. The 3 of the 4 wins has been away from home, and they beat the likes of Halifax, Yeovil, and Rochdale. So they're no mugs. So it's going to be it's a bit of a test for Latics, I think.
Absolutely, Dave. Every game is hard, and then they're a very decent team. So we shouldn't be saying too much on them. Then very poor squad. Got good manager, good squad they've got. And what do you make about yesterday's signing of that Jordan Garrett? It was a bit surprising.
Yeah, on non-contract terms. So I don't know whether he can play or in the National League on that basis. But from what I can see, he played 23 games for Forest Green last season, scored 7. Tricky winger, very direct. I put it out on the Phone-In Twitter feed at OAFC Phone-In. If you want to get in touch with us, how did he do? And everyone said he was very direct. But Mo Doro got quite a few plaudits as well, didn't he? Did you go to the game a bit?
No, I was busy elsewhere, and my mate went, but he said he was impressed with both of them players that you mentioned. And at the moment, things are looking very spicy in that league, and we're all up for it. Are you aware of if Darren Royal and Mark Sheridan have been at the club this week?
No idea.
I haven't spoke to him this week. Why? What makes you say that?
No, I just don't want to dwell too much in it. I was just double asking you guys because I've not spoken with both of them off late for the past 3 weeks.
I don't speak to anyone at the club very often at all, to be honest with you. So
if I speak, it's very sporadic as well. I don't speak to Mark Sheridan. I don't have contact details. It's very sporadic. I speak to Darren really. He does,
what do you make?
He does text me every day saying, "I wish I was as sexy as you, sexy Dave," but I can't keep on. He's got to keep dreaming, Darren. Keep dreaming, my friend.
Yeah. What do you make about so far? Both of you guys, 4 wins. And what do you think? Everything is coming nicely for us.
Well, the results seem to show that, don't they? And with regards to that, it's a case of just saying, we've turned them draws into wins. We've lost 1 all season, and there's a bit more of a game plan too up front. I like the Garner Fondop, combo. Ooh, but I do like Stretton. I've heard very good things. I heard he played well. He's very direct, and hopefully he can get a bit fitter. He's come back from a bad ACL injury, and it's something a bit different up front. But what's your thoughts on Alex Reid? Do you think he deserves another chance?
I think he does. I was happy he got on the goal score sheet yesterday. And look, we are paying him club wages. We should use him. And he's still a squad member. He still comes, trains, works hard. And he seems to be a lovely person off the pitch. And I just hope Mickey Mellon gives him an opportunity and let him play, because I think he does offer different things on the pitch.
Well, I think Mellon wants him to leave. Reid doesn't want to leave, and Reid's going nowhere because he's under contract. So it's either you can't freeze a player out. You've got to give him a go. You've got 5 subs. Put him on the bench. He's had a bit part role against Braintree and Aldershot, respectively. But he scored a goal in the National League Cup. So again, it's a bit different, isn't it? So hey, give him a chance.
I think ultimately the success of this team, this squad, is not determined on whether Alex Reid plays or not.
No, it's not.
No, I think we've got a good group of players now. I really, really like the attitude. I like the commitment. I like the spirit. I think they work really, really hard. I think even when they're not playing well, they keep trying to play well. You know what I mean? They're trying to do the right things even when they're not coming off. I think it's a massive, massive improvement on last season. And I still think that with a bit of luck, because you need a bit of luck over a season, that we will be in there. I think it's going to be really hard to keep pace with Forest Green and probably Barnet, I think. But why not? I'm not going to rule us out at all.
Everyone's going on about Barnet.
Well, they've had a good start to the season, haven't they? So
Yeah, I know, but they didn't look convincing against Fylde, but they still did win. But Fylde have been very poor.
We have to remember is we always hammer Barnet, don't we?
Well,
we have done twice anyway. So
guys, thank you very much for having me on the show. I'll let you guys go because I don't want your internet start playing up.
I know, yeah.
Right.
It's nearly bedtime as well. Cheers.
Thank you very much for having me on the show. Look after yourself. Bye bye.
It's a pleasure, mate. All the best. Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah. We got that when it says Matthew, is there a link for your merch? That's not me. Texting the group chat. I'm just saying that is not me. But
well, you have gone mad tonight, saying we're going to win the fucking FA Cup. So Jesus.
And I'm going to show the ad for the sexy merch.
It's hot new merch, sexy merch. It's hot new merch. It's sexy, sexy, sexy merch.
Visit weareoldham.co.uk/shop now to see our brand new range of hot, sexy merch.
It's hot new merch, sexy merch. It's hot new merch. It's sexy, sexy, sexy merch.
I'm looking forward to some FA Cup merch.
We're going to win, sweet FA.
I think I might have a quadruple winners 24-25 t-shirt and mug made.
Just get one of them.
Get ahead of the
game. Not for me, Reid. Get him gone. Is there a clue on the next guess? There will be this Friday on Twitter at 12 noon.
Oh, really?
X, formerly known as Twitter. Graham Gallagher. I think we should have a Latics Mine on the phone in a viewer versus Dave head-to-head match each week and see who wins over the season, fans or Dave. Graham, can't stress it enough. It's sexy Dave. Get it right or don't comment, please. But yeah, it's not a bad shout.
Not a bad shout. Winner stays on.
Winner stays on. Yeah, could be some prizes to be won. Wacky and fun.
Yeah, we'll do a jingle. We like to do a jingle. Good suggestion, Graham.
Yeah, not bad. Sorry, sir.
Sexy,
sir. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. No, sorry. Sexy. It's fine. Anyway, what have we learned this evening? I've learned that Andy Halliwell is a chicken.
He's a
big chicken.
He's a big posh London chicken.
Big millionaire chicken in his millionaire chicken coop.
Massive coop.
Laying his golden eggs for his golden thing chicken. Couldn't set me on.
He's got a better vocabulary than you.
Yeah, well, it's fine.
Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed the show this evening. Sorry for the internet issues. That's just
because we don't have any money.
No, I don't have any money.
We didn't pay the bill. So if you just want to buy us a coffee.
Hey Dave, did you know that listeners can now buy us a coffee or any other kind of hot beverage? What's your favourite hot beverage, Dave?
A macchiato.
And how do you like your macchiato?
Black with lots of milk.
No cream?
No.
Well, if you want to buy Dave a
Macchiato.
then go to buymeacoffee.com/We Are Oldham. I'll just have a Nescafe.
Thank you, listeners.
We've just vibing some ideas then during the adverts, weren't we, Dave?
Yeah, so 12 noon Friday, you will get a clue for the upcoming guest on the 16th of October, who has kindly confirmed and has sent us his invoice or her invoice, and we are yet to pay it. So, yeah, if you do buy us a coffee, do it now because we're skint.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching. If you watched this over the Champions League, then well done. Thanks very much. Fair play to you. And we'll see you for the podcast on Monday. And we'll see you at Boundary Park on Saturday.
Come on, Oldham!
The Latics Football Phone-In is a QPod production for We Are Oldham, dedicated fan media. If you'd like to know more about QPod, visit kupod.co.uk.